Wizard Master has to prepare.
Nah, I mean, nah, it's all good, bro. Hey, okay. Oh, that's fire.
Isn't
You
that
got those
cool?
for sale? You got those for that's the
Thank
merch that you got?
thank you, Gutter Garbs. No, this is Gutter Garbs. I don't have that merch yet, but I am working on an awesome song called The Wizard Master. So get ready.
Okay, man. Okay. Nah, man. So, 'cause that was a dope intro, though, man. I love the shirt.
How
Um,
are you?
I'm good, man. It's an honor and a privilege to have you on the platform, bro. For real, man. Original Wizard Boy, man.
I'm gonna make some magic here.
How you feel about being out before Harry Potter, man? So you was out like 12 years before them.
I am pre Harry Potter. I am the OG Harry Potter. Wait, hold on. I just got to get a call really quick.
Oh,
Hello,
that,
hello.
yeah. Hey, yo,
Oh
he got the
man.
hand.
Sorry. Wasn't working today. No, it's really cool if you think about it. How many young wizard masters are there? There's me,
Mm-hmm.
there's Harry Potter, and there's Mickey Mouse, right? From
Mickey
Fantasia.
Mouse, yeah. That's the big three right there.
And three is the magic number. That's what
Mm-hmm.
De La Soul sings.
Nah, for real. What's them posters back there behind you?
Oh, so I've done a bunch of producing of some fun events where like a lot of the Nightmare on Elm Street characters get
Oh,
together
fire.
and sign some autographs. So hold on, I'm gonna copy off of here really quick. And what I'll do is I'll show you. So this right here was a reading, which was awesome. It was called Robert England and the Dream Warriors. So
Fire.
we did this 7 years ago on September 8th and we read Dream Warriors at the Whiskey A Go Go in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's amazing.
And so Robert played Robert. Heather was her role. I was the Wizard Master. A bunch of us was there, and then there were some people that couldn't be there, so we filled in a bunch. Like Tuesday night read Kristen's part,
Mm-hmm.
and Amanda Wiss did some reading also. But it was pretty amazing because we did this all for. Oh wait, and also the biggest one, Chuck Russell, man.
Like
Um,
Russell.
Good old Chuck, man, our director, who we love and we're so proud of, and we're really sad that he passed away. But he read all the narration, which was really cool.
Oh, wow.
So we did this reading at the Whiskey A Go Go, and we raised
Okay.
$20,000 for mental
Mm,
health awareness, Dee Dee Hirsch Foundation, which
amazing.
is suicide prevention in Los Angeles. So that's kind of like my big moment right there. And then we
Amazing.
did this guy in like March, and it's called A Nightmare on Melrose Street. So I don't know if you can see down there, if your
Yeah, I can
fans
see.
can get in there. So we had Kincaid,
Mm-hmm.
we had Ken Sagos, we had Amanda Wiss, we had Kim Myers. So Amanda was in number one, Kim was in number two,
And so, yeah.
Bradley Gregg, Phillip, number three, me, and Brooke Thies, who was in
Oh,
four.
yeah, she had one
Yeah,
of the craziest deaths on there too. That
right.
that roach one was crazy. That was
That's for
crazy.
sure. And then this is mine from when we were on set.
Oh, that's
The still
amazing.
photographer took the picture, and they gave it to me, and Robert signed it. And I don't know if you can see what it says up there. Can you read that?
Yeah, a little bit. It's like backwards on my end though.
That's right. It says, Ira, eat shit and die. Fred K.
Yo, that is iconic.
Isn't that
I
great?
love that's iconic, man.
Yeah. So
Sure.
Robert's such an awesome person. I mean, hold on, I'm gonna put you back over here. Um, he's like super cool and just knows everything about everyone and anything in the business. So to get to work with him was an honor, man. To get killed by Freddy Krueger.
And to be your first movie to like actually work with Robert England and like the whole cast though. Shout out to the whole entire cast because y'all did a amazing job for real. You was born in New York City, so tell me like a little bit about growing up out there for you.
That's correct. I often say I had the best life ever because I was born in the 60s, raised in the 70s in New York City, and then spent a little time in Tampa, Florida, and then did the 80s in California. Um,
Damn.
so yeah, New York was the best. My parents both were high school sweethearts from Brooklyn, New York,
Okay.
and so they then we moved from there to New York City, and then we moved to New Jersey for a little bit, East Brunswick, and then we moved back to like 54th and Second. I used to call it the Middle
Hmm.
East.
Okay.
And so that was a blast, man. I mean, we used to walk to Central Park on the weekends and just have a great time. My dad and I throwing the ball and hanging out and
Wow.
eating a hot pretzel with mustard. And, you
New
know,
York, man. That
yeah,
city
yeah,
never sleeps, man.
yeah.
For
It's
real.
it's the best. And shout out to my Knicks in five, baby. I
Knicks in five.
I couldn't be any happier or prouder for that team and the way they put
What?
everything together. So
That was a long time coming too.
yes,
A
sir.
long time
I
coming.
was living in the city in 70 and 73.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. So then, what was the transition like for you from like coming from the East Coast and then going out to the West Coast? Like, was it like a big transition?
You know, I think it probably would have been a bit bigger had I gone straight from New York to LA. But like I
Okay.
said,
Oh yeah,
I
you went to
I
Florida.
headed south.
You went to Florida.
So
Okay.
I think that took a big blow, took the blow out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because and look, I love Florida. It was a great time, but it just wasn't for me. So
Okay.
I packed my bags when I graduated high school and made the transition out to Los Angeles. And
Mm.
it was so cool and pretty easy for me in a sense because my mom already lived out here.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so she
I
lived
got to
out
live
there
with her.
already.
Yeah, she had moved
Oh,
when
okay.
my parents got divorced, and then my mom moved out to LA. My dad got remarried and we went down to Tampa, and then like I said, I got out of there. But it was cool, and it was a great transition from Tampa to LA. It was like in the height of the 80s. So I moved out here in 85.
85.
After my birthday in September, I grabbed all my stuff and flew out in the beginning of October,
Okay.
and I already had an acting coach and a class that I was in and everything. So within the first 2 months, I got my first gig.
I say to like be like an actor, like you would have to like go to Los Angeles because that's like where like you want to be.
One of the greatest things is, when you go out on auditions and you meet friends and you start having relationships with casting directors, producers, friends that become big actors and directors and producers. It kind of keeps you in the mix, So it's like
Yeah.
it's a business, you know. In my 20s, I couldn't figure that out. It was just all about, oh, my pager went off. I've got an audition tomorrow at 10 o'clock for Bubble Yum, you know.
Yeah, the
And
pager days
so
was crazy, wasn't that?
uh, it was absolutely the best. You know, through my pager, I found out while working on Nightmare on Elm Street 3, I got beeped. So I went to the payphone, put a quarter in, and listened to the
Oh,
message. And the message was from my manager, Marilyn Sherman, who said, "Well, kid, you're on a roll. You just got the new Peter Bogdanovich movie where you're going to play Rob Lowe's brother."
yo, wow.
Yeah.
Off the pager too, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to how your manager found you? It was like you was at like a tennis game or something like that.
Yeah. That is
Can you
very true.
can you kind of like elaborate on that though? You just randomly went and or
So back in the 80s, there were these very famous jackets called members only. I don't know if you remember.
okay. No, I don't, but
And
that's
my mom used to work for members only,
okay.
and they were sponsoring a tennis tournament, um, John McEnroe versus Jimmy Connors. And it was at the
Okay.
Fabulous Forum. But beforehand, there was a luncheon at Jerry Buss's house, which
Hey,
was the
Buzz.
Pickfair Mansion. And
Yeah.
so my mom asked if I wanted to go. I said, "Oh yeah, of course." And so I was just there in awe. I was taking pictures of Jimmy Connor. I was taking pictures in the house, out the house, and everything. And this
Mm.
woman came up to me. She's like, "Hey kid, you ever think about acting?" I was like, "Yeah, I've done some acting." And so here's my card. Call me. So it turns out that was how I met and found my manager, Marilyn
Yeah.
Sherman.
That's crazy. When I read that,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like how lucky was he to like go to that game?
But I mean, think about it. Half the things that happen to us is because of luck,
That's-
correct?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You got to be at the right place at the right time. I mean, obviously, you need wit and you need a little bit of intelligence. And, with that
Mhm.
smarts, and you bring in a little bit of luck, you can
You could do it.
shoot off.
Nah, for real. So I'm meeting her on that got you your first gig, and that was the Pepsi commercial, right?
That is correct. Look at you. You've
Yeah.
done your homework.
Let's
Yeah.
go,
So
man.
that Pepsi commercial was called "Let's Go to the Movies," and it was a typical commercial with vignettes and all these different things. You had the nerd, you had the high school jock, you had the punk rockers, you had everybody all thrown in together, and it was going to be a movie for a commercial for Pepsi, and it was just going to be played in the movie theaters.
That's
And so
fire.
Johnny Depp was one of the punkers.
Iconic.
Sherilyn Finn was also one of the punkers, and they were
Iconic.
dating. They were dating at the time.
Damn.
I don't know if you ever saw the movie Lost Boys, but Brooke McCarter,
Of course.
he
Yeah.
was in the commercial. My
That was
late
like an
great
all-star lineup.
dude, it gets better. The late great Harold Pruitt was my best friend growing up out here. He was amazing in it.
Wow.
China Phillips from Wilson Phillips.
Yeah. Whoa, what
Kelly
the?
Kelly Minter from she was in Nightmare, which I think she was in four or no, five. Sorry. So yeah, it was a crazy, crazy star-studded lineup. And it was so much fun.
Yeah, they put you around all the right people to like start off with too. That's crazy.
And the fun
Uh,
thing was I was the kind of geek in it. Like my two friends Harold and Dion, they said, we're gonna get you a date, don't worry about it. So we go and pull up to the house, and there's no date for me, of course. It's China and Kelly that are with the other two and not me. And then we go to the movie theaters, and everyone's gathering and going in, and all the lights go down, and there's a motorcycle on the movie screen, and it's coming closer and closer, and it peels out and stops, and then you see this hot chick, hot blonde, pull off her helmet and shake her hair, and everyone's like, whoa, what's this? She pulls out a flashlight and points it out, and it goes out from the screen into the movie theater, and it starts
oh,
landing on people, and it's going around and around and around. It hits Johnny, hits China, hits Brooke, and then it hits me. And it lifts me up in the air, brings me onto the screen, and I take off with the chick down the sunset on the motorcycle. A really good time. I mean, I had lots of friends in high school, but it was different people back in
that boosts
Florida.
the popularity up a lot, ain't?
Yeah, and it's funny because there was one concert when we were shooting Illegally Yours, that movie I did where I played Rob Lowe's brother. We were in Florida in St. Augustine. Um, Someone had gotten us tickets to go see Phil Collins at
Okay.
gosh, I think it was in Gainesville or something. This big, huge stadium. So we had backstage passes and everything. I literally took a leak next to Phil Collins. Um,
Yeah.
and it was crazy. And so I was kind of just walking around in the stadium, and I went all the way to the back. And there were like four high school kids that I went to school with. They're like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, Ira! Oh my God, we saw you at Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, just oh, I have front row tickets. I gotta go, guys."
Yeah. Nah, man, that's dope, man.
It was fun.
That's dope. Yeah. When you first got that call to audition for the Nightmare on Elm Street, man, how was it?
It was great because I played Dungeons and Dragons growing up, and so
Okay.
when my manager told me, yeah, the role is he's like he plays Dungeons and Dragons, but he turns into a wizard master. I was like, oh my God, that's me.
You said that
So
all for real.
yeah, so I got to work on the audition material, and my cousin at the time was an acting coach, David Shacker. So I worked on it with him over and over and over again. And then I was put on tape for Annette Benson, the casting director. And
Hmm.
then I was brought back several times to meet Chuck Russell, the director, which was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I landed the role.
So, did you know already how massive like the first two was? Like, did you know what you was getting yourself into, or
So I saw the first one in high school, and it personally it scared the shit out of me.
yeah, for real, the first one was
And I literally watched it like this.
no word.
It was scary, and I was never a huge horror fan. So
Okay.
um, then I didn't get the chance to watch number two. But the funny thing is, after I did Nightmare 3 and then I booked that movie Illegally Yours, I got to
Mm-hmm.
work with Kim Myers. Kim was in Nightmare 2.
Mm.
And her and her husband Eric, we've actually become best of best friends. It's been
Oh,
35 years now. So I didn't know how huge it was going to be, but I did know that it was a very special movie. I know that we all worked really hard on our roles.
Word.
We each had our own characters, and we really worked hard and worked together. And I think we made magic. I really do. In
Yeah,
a
so.
in a time when there wasn't CGI and definitely no AI.
Mm-hmm.
It was really a cool time to put a film together and band together. The kids, everybody. They think we're all nuts, but we have to come together as a team.
Yeah, for real. So like what was the actual audition like though? Like for that being like your first movie, like did you have to like read specific lines? Was it like different people you went out for or like you went straight out for the wizard?
Good question. So I had originally read just for Will Stanton for the Wizard
Okay.
Master role. And there was one day that I was there, and they were short of having people read for parts. So Chuck asked me if could you read the role of Joey? You don't have to say anything, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're auditioning like 20 nurses for the movie. Can you just be Joey for a second and do that?
Yeah,
Do
Joey
you
was
think I
lucky for that. He was lucky for that role too, wasn't he?
So I said, of course, Chuck, I'll help you out. So I had to have all these, gorgeous nurses look at me and say, "Oh, are you okay, Joey? Oh, you don't look so hot." So yeah,
Yeah,
that was fun. So I never really read for any other role, but I did read Joey for a bit.
nah, that was the best one to read then for real.
Yeah, it's
So
not like I want to sit there and be Philip and talk about, art or
no, no,
making
man.
puppets.
Can you remember like the time when like you first actually met Robert like on set? What was it like?
So the first time meeting Robert, it was scarier than hell because he had all his makeup on.
Oh,
So
he had it on the first time you that's
yeah, because
crazy.
then I started meeting him more as he was in the chair, and Kevin Yeager was getting him ready. And man, that took a long time for him to get prepared and to put all the makeup on. Um, but yeah, my gosh, the first time I get to see him, he's all decked out as Krueger.
And let's talk about Will, man.
So that was created by a spark. So they had things on my fingertips, and
Okay.
so at the time when I said, "In the name of Lower Prince of Elves, demon be gone," and I sent it out,
Yeah.
um, they timed it so that it sparked. So then the process was after they added the green glowing effect. So that's where they were able to start it from, just from the spark.
Yo, he said, "Why does this guy look so familiar?" That's because that's the original wizard boy right there. That's why. That's why my boy looked familiar.
Don't you know who I am? Don't you know who I think I am?
He he's the boy wizard, man. So
Hey,
like
I gotta
your
hand
first
it to I gotta hand it to you. This is a great live podcast, man. Oh,
Nah, I
look at that.
appreciate it, man.
That's
I,
awesome.
I appreciate it. What was it like transforming into the wizard for the first time though? Like having the outfit on? What was that
It
feeling like?
it felt like I was empowered. I do remember also that cape was heavy.
It was heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but it felt like, I was ready to kick some ass. Oh wait,
Nah,
can I say
word.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, we're and then coming from a background of like watching Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, I know like it had to be amazing. Like,
It was definitely like super super cool because growing up I read the J.R.R. Tolkien books, Lord of the Rings, and so Gandalf, he was my man. I loved Gandalf the Wizard, and so
yeah, yeah,
the chance to actually encompass a wizard with his powers, it was magical.
nah, it was. So I want to know this though. That wheelchair that Robert had, that he was sending at you and stuff like that. Like, what was that built of? Like, did you almost get hurt by that or something?
Is actually they had two of them because they had to blow one up, and they were about close to 6 feet tall and
Mm,
heavier than you could even imagine. Spikes coming out of it. It was crazy. I think I posted a picture of it on my Instagram, the real
okay.
Ira Heiden, Reel Ira Heiden, where you could see, and I took it from my camera, the two of them, and it's huge, man. They're so big. So my stunt man did all the hard work though. William Perry. He had to like run and jump away from it.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And so it was actually him who did most of that, but I got to, I dropped down and
Wow.
and oh my leg, that was me, and you know that's when I get pissed off at Freddie. Um, a lot of people feel that if I hadn't ran at him, if I just
Ran
stayed,
towards him. Yeah, I was gonna tell you that too. I'm like, why'd you run towards that man?
because come on, when you get excited, when you have the energy
Yeah.
and you think you could kill the demon.
He said he wrote a battle verse about your scene. So if you could send that to him or not, I'm sending it to me. I'll send it to him, however it is, because I want to hear it too.
Yeah, I want
He
to
say he
check that
wrote
out.
he say he wrote a verse for your scene.
Cool.
Um, so like, what was the improv like on that scene though, alone? Because I heard Robert was like singing a song or like doing something like he had some type of improv with you.
So originally, God, I forgot the country singer. Um, Back in the saddle again. Bum
Yeah,
bum 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 bum. Originally, that's what they had him. He was supposed to do. But when you wake up, you're back in the saddle again.
okay, yeah,
But they couldn't do that because they would have gotten sued from the music people. So that's where Robert goes. It's back in the saddle
well,
again. Um,
yeah,
and it was a great scene, and you know they put me on a harness so that when Robert grabs me and lifts me up, you can see I go way up high, and then I
mm.
don't believe in fairy tales. And there's something that's pretty cool. I don't know if you're fans or if anyone knows this, but there was retractable gloves. So where the blades go in and come out. So it's like
Oh,
a spring.
okay,
Remember those
yeah,
like those old knives where
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. So that's exactly what these blades were doing. But
Mm.
however, so there's only two of them that have ever been used, and one was killing Nancy, and one was killing me, and mine wasn't retracting at the time. Or one they were having troubles with one of the fingers.
Oh,
So they literally had to put a piece of wood by my heart so that Robert could hit his mark and
yeah.
make sure that it was working.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now you had to get that one, ain't?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good thing that he knows what he's doing.
Yo, speaking of Nancy, man, how's it working with her?
She's like the leader, even when we do these horror conventions,
Uh,
Um, the conventions are incredible, and we're always going out to dinner with her, and she takes us out. And she was amazing. She was wonderful to work with, and still to this day a great friend of mine.
that's
As a matter of
fire.
fact, she helped me produce the Robert England and the Dream Warriors. Um, yeah, she's a leader. She's great, and she's so much fun, and she knows a lot, and it was fun like following her on set, and because like I said, it was my first time, so I
Yeah. Nah,
I was
man. And
new at it.
again, your first time being on such a iconic movie, man. Like, yo, shout out to you for getting that role, man. Edging
Yeah,
yourself.
not a lot of people know this, but the very first thing I ever did was I was an extra in a music video called "Be Cruel to Your School," and it's
Okay.
with Dee Snider and Twisted Sister.
Damn.
And so Alice Cooper was in it, and you'll see me like literally for a second, but I play a nerd in it, and then I turn into a zombie
Oh,
because there's like all these zombies that are around, and so that was fun. And we found out later on that Jason Priestley was a
mm,
background, was also like a Mr. Nobody
damn.
on that commercial, on that video,
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
right?
Yes. So, man, shout out to Nancy again too, because she's legendary, man. She's iconic. I would love to have her on someday too. I rewatched that movie again like 2 days in a row, man.
Yeah.
I was so mad at Nancy though, man. It seemed like every time she came back, man, y'all all started dropping. Every single time, every single time she did like that little group session, it went bad, man. Like every time, I'm like, keep Nancy away. I'm like, damn.
It's her fault, huh?
That's what it
See,
seemed like.
they're going to remake it, and they're going to find out that Nancy's the real Kruger.
But they said no hand. Now the hand right there. The hand. But yeah, man.
Freddie.
Nah, that's dope. That's fire. I like that.
Yeah, Anders Ericsson, who makes these. He gave me this one. He also makes the glove,
Yeah, I like that one.
which is really cool. I know. I
So
think people can order it if they want from his website, Anders Ericsson.
Andrews Erickson.
Anders,
Anders. Okay.
Anders. Yeah. But Nancy, see, I never thought about that. It's her fault, man. Nancy, I'm going to talk to Heather probably at the end of the week or maybe next week, and I'm gonna bring that up. I'm gonna go. You know what? Why whenever you were around, you were supposed to be our friend.
But
Why did things always go bad then?
always, man. And then on the time I thought she was gonna actually help when Kirsten got locked in the room by herself, and then y'all went to the phone to like go call her and stuff. I was
Right,
like, all right, now she gonna come back. She gonna help. She came back and made it worse because you and I think Taryn was her name.
Karen.
Yep. Y'all both was like next right away. Once she came back, I was like, damn. And like they was doing so good while like she was going, y'all was still up. So it was like y'all were good. But yeah, I found that real funny though. I was like, damn, Nancy, man.
You just brought a whole new meaning to the Dream Warriors.
Nah, for real, man. What was it like working with that whole cast though? Cause y'all had a all-star lineup too, man, for real. Like,
No, the cast was super. I mean, so funny. So Bradley, Gregg, and I were friends before the movie, and I remember auditioning, and we would all a bunch of our friends we would meet at this place called Sushi on Sunset, and
okay.
and Bradley was there. I said, dude, I just read for this great movie. You have to get in. You have to read for this role, Philip. It'd be perfect for you. So he called his manager and got in. Um, but I remember meeting Rodney Eastman in the waiting room while we were getting ready to audition. I remember meeting, gosh, I don't really remember meeting Ken, Penelope a little bit, but the greatest thing was once we were all cast, we had a reading in Westwood. We all met for brunch, and then we went to Chuck Russell's friend's apartment, and we read the script together. And it was just I wished somebody had taped it or videoed that because
The
that
chemistry was crazy, ain't it?
and yeah, and the presence of Robert England, the presence of Freddie, I mean, it's
Hmm.
heavy. And, all of us trying to fight this fucker, man, he's a bad dude.
No, for real, man.
um, you know, but it was pretty awesome. That's right.
Yeah, I liked when he was like a little skeleton in a graveyard, and he was fighting Nancy's dad, and the guy, I can't think of the guy's name. I keep forgetting his name.
John Saxon.
John. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That was that part was hilarious to me too. I liked it. But
Yeah.
yo, it's crazy how in the next one he came back off a dog pee when like the dog peed in the thing, and then he came back to life. I've been on my Freddy bag lately since I was getting the interview with you. I was watching them all, and he came back to life from the dog piss. It's crazy.
It's pretty strong stuff.
For real. For real. So
It is pretty strong stuff. Wait, do you want me to show you one more thing? If I could find it, hold on, because you're talking about John Saxon, and I have one more
yeah,
thing
when he
on
got
here.
hit in the head with the shovel and then fell in the graveyard, I said, "Oh man."
I don't know if you could see this, but this is a poster that I've had a bunch of people sign, and
Mm,
so I have to Ira, best wishes, John Saxon, and he even dated it
mm,
9/19/2010. I got Ken Sagos,
dang.
I got Rodney Eastman. Ira, get back in your chair,
Mm.
Robert England.
That's fire.
Isn't
Yo,
that
man, you got
great?
some iconic things, man.
Yeah, so this is my like fun thing. I'm gonna get Patricia Arquette on here, get a couple more people. So this is the fun thing. But yeah, we're talking about John. Best wishes, John Saxon.
Respectfully, is he still alive and stuff or
No, he passed away,
no?
unfortunately.
Oh, it was a while back or
Yeah, like I think it was basically like 5 or 6 years ago.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Rest in peace, man. I didn't know.
Let's see. Hold on. I got one more fun thing. You ready?
Oh yeah, man. I love these
I'm the
stuff,
wizard
man.
pulling in my tricks. So this is we're coming up to our 40th anniversary next year.
Wow. 40
I know.
years
So
is
we
crazy.
were in for our 35th anniversary, we were in Texas Frightmare.
Damn, you got the
And
mirror with the
this is
claws
pretty
in
cool what this guy did, this artwork.
it. Damn.
I thought it was really, really cool,
That is amazing. They got
isn't
the
it?
claws coming out the mirror. Just the font to like the letters, everything is like amazing. Wow.
Right? And then you've got this, like the full on pipes and stuff.
Yeah, that is amazing.
And then the artist, he signed it in the back too.
Ah,
See,
that's
I
dope.
should probably have this out too during my
Yeah,
podcast
man.
here
Yeah, for real.
and stuff. There we go. Oh, there we go. Hey,
I like it, man.
yeah.
I like
So,
so if you was ever to auction that off, man, you're gonna be a rich man one day.
you think? Somewhere in my bag of tricks, I still have my original glasses that I wore in the movie.
For real.
Yeah, somebody offered me $1,500 for them. I'm like, I'm not giving my
And
glasses.
imagine now. It'll be crazier now.
Yeah, and
So
I also wore those in Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, which was another crazy fun movie. I got to work with Cassandra Peterson.
oh, that's great. Damn, and look
Yeah,
at you, man. Look at you.
I know. I got some good horror vibes, that's for sure. And
Nah,
then I
for
also
real.
played the mini Stay Puft characters in
And Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters
Yeah,
Afterlife.
yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. You did the voiceover for them, right?
Yep, that is correct.
So how was that like? What was that like a
A
big
lot of
difference?
fun. I knew Jason Reitman from like 10 years before, and
Okay.
we all used to hang out. We used to play a game called Broom Ball, which was crazy on the ice with sneakers and a broom and a big ball. Um, and he started directing, and he did that movie Juno, so we went and supported him for that. And then I heard that he was going to be directing Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I had been doing a bunch of voice work, so I said I'll do anything. I would love to do some stuff on it. So I did ADR work, which is like all the background voices and stuff.
Hmm.
And then he said, "Stay, because we want you to voice some of these crazy little mini puff characters,"
Nah, that's
which was
great.
so much fun.
And Ghostbusters is like such a iconic franchise as well, man. It seems
Yeah.
like your name is attached to a lot of iconic things, man.
I'm one lucky dude. Lucky.
Yep,
Luck.
yep. Well, shit, because it's not luck if it keep happening, though, man.
Yeah,
So,
I guess you're right. Somewhere in there it's more than just
so I have read also. I don't know if this is true or not. You let me know. That you was on one episode of Family Matters.
That is correct.
Tell me about that, man. That look another iconic. Look,
So
that's what I mean.
I did two families. I did Family Matters and I did Family Ties. Um,
Okay.
Family Ties, I felt like was really iconic because I got to work with Michael J. Fox. I
Oh,
got to work with Justine Bateman, who was
he
on
was
that.
from Back to the Future.
There it is. I was showing you my
Yeah, I
packet.
couldn't think. Yeah, I couldn't think of that. Yeah, it was
Yep.
right there. But go ahead, though. My fault. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so that I got to work with them on that show, which was fun. But yeah, I got to work with Urkel on
Yeah,
Family
Steve
Matters.
Urkel is crazy. That's
That
yo, Family Matters. That is crazy. So, like, what was
was
it
fun.
like being on set though? For like an
Those
episode.
were really intense because I mean comedy is it's a lot of work, and especially on a TV show because you've got rehearsals all week. You do like the read through with the cast on the first day. Then next 2 days you block it out, and then the day of shooting, you do a dress rehearsal and then you get ready to do it. So then the audience comes and you got to make sure that you get everything right. Um, but it's exciting. It's kind of like doing theater. It's a lot of fun.
It's like a live audience and stuff too, right? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
basically. I mean,
Yo,
obviously it's taped, and
yeah.
but it was a lot of fun.
Dang, man. And what was Urkel like on set?
He was very cool. He was
It's
actually a cool guy.
it's crazy how like, Jalil is like so normal, but then like once like that camera snap on, it's like a whole yeah, it's like a whole different guy.
Who
Crazy.
was a lot like that was so I got to do an awesome scene with Steve Martin called Father of the Bride.
Okay.
Uh, and he was my favorite comedian growing up. And he, on set, before the camera was on, he was, "Hi, how are you?" Very, very quiet. But man, as soon as the camera went on and it was action,
It's like that
it
switch.
was like Steve Martin, and it's a great scene with him because he like can't take it at the house anymore, so he goes to the supermarket and he just wants to get six hot dogs and six hot dog buns, and you can't get that ever. You always have eight hot dog buns. So I'm the stock boy and I bust him for ripping open the buns. Um, but his whole thing, yeah. And you want to know why? It's a lot of fun. If anyone hasn't seen Father of the Bride with Steve Martin, check it out.
Nah, we're not.
Yeah,
Yeah, people. That switch is like crazy. That's when like somebody is like super talented though. When like they could just switch on call like that and just like when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like
yeah.
that's dope. So I don't mean to like jump back real quick, but just real quick, what was your favorite scene to film on Nightmare on Elm Street?
So my favorite scene, I have two. I mean,
Okay.
the favorite one has to be the death scene because
Mm.
that's just iconic, and it was a
Yeah.
lot of work, and a lot to prepare for. But
Yes.
the other one has to be when I'm getting ready and playing Dungeons and Dragons with Taryn and Joey,
Mm-hmm.
because that's you really get to kind of you get introduced into Will and what he likes to do. Okay, all right, you're being attacked by the bog demon. Go ahead. No, you got to say the words. You got to say it the right way. You got to play the
Mm-hmm.
game. Um, that was a lot of fun to get to do that role.
No, that was great. And yeah, I want more about that. What type of preparation did you have to do to like play like a boy in a wheelchair? Because I'm like, I mean, you was probably never in a wheelchair before,
Nope,
so
that
like,
was my first experience, and they lent me the wheelchair actually, so I could practice with it and
oh,
get used
okay,
to what it's like. And there's a fun story with that. My best friend at the time, Harold Pruitt, and I were in Westwood, and I'm trying to get used to using the wheelchair, and I really kind of understand how handicapped people feel because a lot of people are like, oh, let me help you, let me get the door for you, let me.
yeah,
And then there were also a lot of people like that just didn't. make eye contact.
I'm trying to keep
Um,
going.
so I kind of got into the character more because I understood
Mm,
how they feel, going through their handicaps. And so there was a place in Westwood called Record a Star where you could
okay.
go and sing a song that you like and you had the words and then you would pay and then you would get the cassette afterwards that you can listen to.
You,
Um, and one of Harold's friends, John Schmidt, used to work there, and I'd never met the guy. And Harold goes, "Hey, just go with me and just meet this guy and tell me you have to use the bathroom." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Wait, you'll just see." And so I wheel up and Harold's like, "Hey, this is John. Ira, this is John." And John's never knew that I wasn't really in a
mm.
wheelchair. So he shakes my hand. He's like, "Hey, nice to meet you, man."
Don't tell me you
And so I
stand
said,
up on
"Hey,
them.
do you have a bathroom I could use?" And he looks at me in the wheelchair and he goes, "Yeah, but it's upstairs." And I said, "Oh, okay." And then I get out of
It's
the wheelchair and walk out.
yeah. How did I
Kind
see
of blew
that
his
coming
mind. He's like,
too?
what? And then we
Yeah.
told him, "Yes, I'm just practicing for this movie."
Nah, that's insane. I seen that coming too while you was telling the story. I'm like, watch my boy stand up on him.
Right?
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Was there like a hard scene to film on there? Was there like any hard scenes to film?
There was when we're all in the room to help Kincaid,
Mm-hmm.
and then Freddie starts ripping
The
through
walls.
all the walls and all the feathers and
Like,
flying through and
oh my
stuff. Those were
God.
real duck feathers and fans, and so it was like a lot of crap going down our throats and coughing, and that was hard.
Damn.
No, the conventions are the best things ever. I swear, because you get to meet all the fans and make their day.
Have you ever
And
had somebody come up to you dressed like the Wizard Master?
yeah, I've had a couple of people like that. Kind of
What's the
crazy
feeling
cool.
though? Like, what's the feeling like when you see somebody who probably traveled miles, miles, miles away, come dressing like you, like just like you laid like a big blueprint down, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen like a lot of people saying I was reading all of like your comments and stuff like that. People was like saying how like you kind of like help shape their lives, like believe in themselves, and just what's that feeling like for you, man?
How do you think it feels?
Amazing. They gotta feel
Amazing,
like,
because you're actually helping people. And in this day and age, when mental health is such a big part in what's going on with teenagers and everything, it's it's a wonderful feeling to know that something I did so many years ago affects people and can help them become a better person. Come on, at the
man.
end of the day, does it get any better than that?
I think that's what you really do it for. Besides the money, for that.
Yeah,
For real.
because and these fans that are coming 40 years now, it's amazing. It's like you were a part of my childhood and everything, and you know and even when I'm working on a set, like I did a commercial God, like 10 years ago or so, and one of the grips on the set was kept looking at me and looking away, looking at me and looking away. And then at lunchtime, he came up to me and he said, I just have to tell you that your character helped me because I had a disability and I was feeling so down, but you helped give me the power to believe in myself.
Uh,
And by believing in myself, I became healthy.
damn.
So, I mean, that, at the end of the day, is the most amazing thing.
Damn, man, that was dope to hear, man. I'm glad like what you did was able to like touch so many people like that, man,
Yeah,
for real. You running back to like the old cast members and stuff like that at the conventions, like what's that like?
it's great. It's like we never lost any time.
For
It's
real.
fun. We have a big one coming up in February in Ontario, California, called CreepyCon,
BB
um,
Con.
and it's going to be a big one. They just announced actually Rose McGowan is going to be there. William Shatner is going to be there, but it's
William
Robert.
Shatner.
it's Heather, it's Bradley, it's Ken, it's Jennifer, it's Penelope, it's me, and I think there's going to be somebody named Patricia Arquette there. I cannot confirm or deny.
That's
So it's
good.
going to be a very big, fun reunion, and that's going to
Do you
be.
still keep in contact with her, or
Yeah, I do.
had
Yeah, I just
um?
saw her at a convention in Pittsburgh in March, and so we just got back in touch more than we were before. So yeah, she's great.
That was y'all both first movie, and like how far y'all both become now. Like it's just so amazing to like see the growth, man. For real, like y'all came a
Right?
long way, man.
Yeah.
Both of
And
y'all.
her brother David Arquette is also a really good friend of mine.
That's great.
Because he did the TV show The Outsiders, which also had my friend Harold Pruitt on, and that's also when I met Robert Russler, and Russler's still a good friend. Um, yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of people out here. I don't, I don't let friendships go because you
I
never
still
know how
haven't.
long we're going to be here.
Tomorrow's not promised, so like we really gotta like cherish every moment, cherish every day, for real, man.
Yep.
That's dope. And yo, I still never been to a convention yet, and I had promised because I had Lisa Wilcox on too. And I had promised her I was going to go to the last one where she went,
Oh,
and I didn't end up going. So I was scared to even reply to her and stuff like that. She bet me to go. She was like, "You gotta go. You got to." I was like, "I'm gonna go. I promise." And I didn't end up going. Nightmare on Elm Street in the works, man. What do you think about that?
um, I think it's great in the sense that they're finally getting to make more with this franchise. Um, I feel like kind of like what Robert England said that we hope that they don't make a reboot,
Yeah.
of the first one again. That's already been done. And even Robert said, start with Dream Warriors.
I told this to Lisa is that I think from part three and part four that like y'all all still around doing conventions and doing stuff. I know like y'all got like a little bit older and stuff like that, but this could like work out perfectly and to get all the old fans back in it and new fans like to figure out a way because this is like a dream world, so anything is possible in the dream world. Just how Nancy on Wes Craven, how like she came back and it was like a whole movie and it was like face. So so like, my thing is though they can find like a way, even if it's like small cameos or like find a way to get the real Nightmare on Elm Street cast back in it.
Yeah.
Just find a way, and then even if like y'all want to go like a new route with like new actors and stuff like that, y'all can still find find a way to put y'all in it. There's like so many different things they can do to like add y'all in it to like get all the old fans back too. Because like what they did in 2010, don't get me wrong. I think his name is Jack. The
Jack
one who
Hurley.
played for yeah Jack Hurley. Um, he's a amazing actor. Don't get me wrong.
Yes, he is.
I love his movies, but it takes a different type of person to play Freddy Krueger. You can't just play Freddy like and like he did the best he could do with that. But that that movie wasn't it. So like they went the wrong way about the whole franchise and then it's been like what like a 16, 17 year gap now after that movie. So it's just like y'all went about it the whole wrong way. So now y'all still out here together doing conventions together. Y'all chemistry is still good. Y'all all still talk to Robert's on Walk of Fame, right? And like y'all was all there together. It's just like I think that would be like the most perfect thing to do is like find a way to get y'all back in there and then do what they gotta do. Y'all gotta leave the blueprint again for this next generation. So
I couldn't agree with you more. So let's see what
uh,
happens.
man,
Only time will tell.
I do have a trivia for you before I get you up out of here, all right? Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees.
I'm going Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Mike Myers versus Leatherface.
I'm going Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Mike Myers versus Chucky.
Come on, Mike Myers. Chucky's a badass. I'm going to stick with Mike Myers.
Mike Myers. Mike Myers versus Freddy Krueger.
Mike Myers doesn't stand a chance.
Freddy Krueger versus Pinhead.
Freddy will knock those little pins on the floor and make him look like a broken pinhead.
Freddy Krueger versus Ghostface.
Oh, Freddy would slash that guy apart.
Freddy Krueger versus Leprechaun.
Throw that little short dude to the side.
um, oh, this one's a good one. Freddy Krueger versus Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers, I have to still go Freddy.
Freddy. And Freddy Krueger versus It the Clown.
See, you still have to go Freddy because he gets you in the dreams. I
Man.
mean, he messes with you in such a different realm, you know? I
Yeah,
mean,
Freddy would have won for me too.
yeah, because I mean, if you think about it, it's not like, you have to look out for Freddy here. You have to fucking watch out when you go to bed.
Uh, he said Crystal Lake doing a series. I think they should do a series on Freddy. Yeah, I
They are.
know.
Yeah, they should do a series on Freddy. Let's see what happens. Let's see what opens up.
So, what's coming up next for you? You got anything coming up? You got like some merch?
I got
Um,
lots of stuff coming up. I do. I have a convention I'm going to called Nightmare Con in Raleigh, North Carolina on I think it's October 10th and 11th. Um, like I said, I've got CreepyCon coming up next year, February 5, 6, and 7. Somewhere in the midst, I have a movie I did called Catnip, where I played Bruce Dern's son, and that's starring Chevy Chase and Joey Lauren Adams. That I thought was coming out in December, but it may have been pushed back. I just did a small role in a movie called Gangland with Lou Diamond Phillips. Check
oh
that out. I
wow.
think that's streaming. And um, Nobody Wants This. I was just on, so that'll be out in October on the TV show Nobody Wants This. Um, and producing lots of stuff. I'm producing. I've been
Yeah, I
working for
forgot to ask
seven
you about
years.
that. You are a
7 years
producer.
I've been working on an awesome project called Starring
Wow.
Brandon Lee. Brandon was a really good friend of mine. So I only got 4 years with the dude, but oh my God, an incredible 4 years.
I'm sorry to cut you off. This is the last question though. I'm sorry. Just because you have brought that up. What's the difference between being on set acting and producing?
So the difference is you get to step back and see the production happen that you
Hmm.
made happen, that you brought all the people in. But acting, you're concentrating on your role. You don't have to worry about the lighting. You don't have to worry about the sound. Um, you don't have to worry about the other person acting. You have to just worry about yourself.
Have you ever had to produce and act in the same film?
Um, Not yet.
Great. That's great because you don't want to overwork yourself either. That's
but
crazy.
but that could be fun. Let's hope it
Yeah.
happens.
No,
Yeah,
for
because we're also working on that I'm producing a movie about Brandon Lee told through his best friend's eye. So
okay.
Bill Allen, and so Lou Diamond Phillips he already wrote half of it. Bill wrote the other half, and Lou is going to be directing. So if everyone follows me on Instagram, the real Ira Heiden,
For real.
Reel, they'll see, lots of stuff that's coming up.
Nah, that's great. And the clothing and the merch and stuff, man. Do you have like a website? Do you have stuff up or?
Yeah, you could check out irahayden.com.
Okay.
Um, and that's my website. So there's lots of stuff on there. Then there's also pictures, like I sell 8x10 pictures of Freddy Krueger
Okay.
killing me. Lots of different stuff like
Oh,
the Wizard Master.
I'm about to check that out. I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think they're $60 or something like that, and I
Okay.
send it directly
And
to
do you
you.
got shirts and stuff too?
No, I'm working on that. That hopefully will be
Yeah.
coming up.
Used to have this shirt where like you going like that.
I'm the Wizard Master.
Yo, cause I need me like one in white, one in black, man, for real. So
See, I'm wondering. I mean, does this say I am the Wizard Master? No, this is kind of like the D&D game.
yeah, something like this,
Yeah,
and then yeah, cause you put that on there, man, that's gonna be fire. And then like
then I can
winter's
quit my
coming
day
up
job.
too. And winter's coming up too. You could do like the sweatsuits and stuff because that's what I do for like my platform and stuff. I make shirts.
Oh,
I
cool.
make the sweatpants and like sweatshirts. So like, and then all I do is just throw that little emblem on there, and
Right.
so like you can put that on anything. Coffee mugs, like just like you going like this, you can put that on coffee mugs, keychains, layers, just like you name it, just slap it on everything.
I like it. Thank you. Thank you for that. I should start doing that. My friend Bill
Yeah.
Allen does it. He was in the movie Rad, the BMX movie, and he's got shirts, he's got
And
all
then
that
people
stuff.
selling like look, see like me out here, I do them like I'm 25, $30 for thing. But like there's people like online and stuff who selling 60, $70 whole sweatsuits like so like that's like $70 each time somebody just like know what I mean? Like so and that's just you slapping your image on everything. It's just
Right
that
on.
easy. That easy. But yo, this was an honor and a privilege to have you on, man. The original Wizard boy, man. I appreciate your time for real, man. This was dope, and like hopefully, I'm down the line. I like run into you down at a convention because I'm definitely gonna start going. I don't know when because California is like really far, and that's where it seems like all of them happen at. So
Well, no, they're all over. Where are you at?
I'm down in Pennsylvania.
Oh my gosh, you've got one of the biggest ones ever. It's
Which
called
one?
Monster Mania.
Where's that at? In Philadelphia?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, cause Philly's like an hour from me.
Okay. It's a train ride away, bro. Um, and I went 5 years ago and I'll probably go again next year. So
It's called what?
Monster Mania.
Monster Meeting.
Write that down.
Yeah, I'm about to right now. Like I'm about to look it up once I get off of here.
Yeah, just Google Monster Mania and it's amazing. It's a great one. So
Yeah, so my dad and my grandpa were both Freddy Krueger like fanatics. So like that's where like that came down to me at because he used to have posters on his wall. Like he was alive still. He would have posters on his wall. He had like the claw. When I was a kid, he used to try to scare me with it and stuff like that. So like
that's not nice.
it feels like Freddy Krueger has been passed down from like generation to like generation. And like
That's
now
cool.
I got to show my daughter without showing her like the kills. So like
Right.
I kind of like
You
passed it
moved
down
it
a little
down.
bit too. Yeah. So but
Super
yo
cool.
man, this was an honor for real to like have you on, bro. Like I
So much
appreciate
fun.
you,
Let's do it again, man.
for real, man. We definitely gonna do it again, bro. I appreciate you coming on too.
Absolutely. And
You have
remember, whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
never. All right, man.